I'm Naomi and this is Claire, and today we're talking about big taste during weaning. So with food and weaning, should I give my baby bland food? Should I be, putting seasoning in it, salt and pepper, that kind of thing? What would you suggest?
There's no need to offer bland foods in the first stage of weaning. You can go in with quite punchy flavours, so you can offer bitter vegetables, for example, like broccoli or cauliflower or green beans or something, because babies are born with a natural sweet tooth, so offering those more bitter tastes is a great way to broaden their palate. And you don't have to avoid seasoning. Don't add any salt, because babies' tiny tummies and kidneys can't deal with any added salt at that stage. But there's no reason why you can't add some herbs or spices, for example, just a little pinch, not as much as you would necessarily have, but you can certainly offer punchy flavours from the first stage of weaning and onwards.
And what about vegetables? So I started with carrots, broccoli, that kind of thing, your kind of everyday vegetables. Is it a good idea to go in with more exotic vegetables, things that are different?
Absolutely, yeah, you don't have to restrict yourself just to a small variety of vegetables. The more variety of vegetables and fruits and other foods, the better. It helps your little one learn a wide range of tastes, so particularly those more savoury tasting vegetables like cauliflower, but you can look at things like courgettes, aubergine, lots of different exotic vegetables, more exotic fruits, for example, just gives them a much broader palate and helps them learn to love a wider range of tastes.
So there's lots of foods that I'm not particularly fond of. Will that have like an effect on the baby?
Absolutely. I mean, we can transfer our likes and dislikes onto our children, particularly if we say we don't like a food. You don't have to force yourself to eat those foods you really hate, but it shouldn't stop you giving them to your baby, and just do so with a neutral expression or a positive expression, so they don't learn any cues from you that it might not taste that nice.
And what about if the baby starts to, start pulling faces? Does it mean they don't like the food? Should we stop or should we try again?
So if a baby pulls a face the first time or the second time they try a food, it doesn't mean they don't like it. It just means it's really new and surprising. Sometimes they can even pull a really disgusted face, and it doesn't mean they won't learn to accept and like that food. So just don't react, don't get stressed. Just try again in a few days, because it can take up to 8 tries of a new food before they accept it. So you don't need to worry, just keep trying, and your baby will eventually accept it.